Draymond Green and Bradley Beal get into it over the weekend. The Golden State Warriors were down 17 points as much in that game, came back and won at 120 to 117. At the point where Bradley Beal and Draymond Green got into it, the Washington Wizards were up 64 to 50. So basically, they had a stronghold on the game. They were playing really well. They were hitting transition threes, balling. A shot goes up. Draymond and Bradley Beal get entangled, and they end up basically holding each other, gripping each other tight. And both of them were ejected. Now, I'll let you be the judge. Did Draymond did it really merit him getting ejected? He turned around, he looked in the guy's face, and he said, "What's your problem? What's your problem?" Like, they start grabbing each other. Bradley Beal instigated the whole situation, as you can see here.
Beal's shot. It goes right to Oubre, and finally he's human. And now we got a fight. We have a legitimate fight here. And this is spilled behind the basket standard. Draymond's involved.
Well, he's going to be gone. He already has one technical. Man, I don't see how this...
Steph and KD.
The funny thing is, it's just like no punches were thrown besides Kelly Oubre, which is, if there's any irony in the situation, the one guy that was supposed to throw a punch, either Draymond Green or Bradley Beal, didn't do it. And it was Kelly Oubre Jr. who throws the punch, and then on top of that, he hits John Wall in the head. So I'm wondering if the league is going to either fine him or drop some suspensions coming down his way. So that's going to be interesting within itself. But it's just sad because the league is literally targeting Draymond Green. Draymond Green is essentially the NBA's new Tupac. He says what he wants to say. He feels like everybody's against him. He was going into the tunnel. He's like, they're trying to hold me down, Isn't it reminiscent of anybody?
They have to get me, bro. It's been that way, though. They mad because they can't hold me down. It's been that way.
So it's just when it comes down to it, it's just sad because when you watch that play, Draymond Green should have either, they should have given both of them double technicals and Bradley Beal get tossed. Or, you're looking at a situation where, they just double technicals and they play on. It wasn't like nobody threw any punches and the referee was just sitting there like Babs from Making the Band. Basically, let them fight. He's like, break it up, let them break it up. But he was like, they don't pay me enough for this. I don't get hazard pay for this game. I'm not jumping in with these 6 guys, 6'8", 6'6". I'm not jumping in there trying to get hands and foot on my head. Hell no.
Draymond's involved.
Well, he's going to be gone.
But yeah, like I said before, Draymond is essentially the league's Tupac, like where everything goes against him, is held against him. Even if he doesn't do anything, even if he's falsely accused, he's going to get the blame for everything. And this just goes back to, is he a distraction for the Golden State Warriors? Golden State Warriors have to factor in this. Draymond Green in the NBA Finals this year, he almost got into it with someone. Then the 2016 NBA playoffs, he almost got suspended for kicking Steven Adams in the groin. And then in the NBA Finals, we all know what happened with him and LeBron. He's absent for Game 5. They don't win. A game where they had the lead in the first half, and Klay Thompson went off for 37 and a half or 35 and a half first half. So Klay was really trying to close them out. With Draymond Green there, their emotional battery, they most likely would have won the NBA Finals that night. We have to look at this for the Warriors. Is Draymond Green just really becoming too much of a distraction? And you got to factor in the game. The Wizards had the game in hand, basically, first half. I know with the Warriors, no lead is safe, but down 14, basically give up a whole bunch of points. It was really no way for them to come back. And Draymond Green really put added fuel to the fire because he started fights getting ejected. And the thing is, the team, it could have went the other way. They could have not rallied. They could have been blown out by 20, 30 points. So it's like with Green, it's like, is this becoming a situation where you just cannot control yourself? When I look at the fight, when I look at everything, I just look at everything, all of the above. That fight wasn't Draymond Green's fault. If somebody's grabbing you by the arm and by the face, you're going to turn around and be like, what the hell is going on? But the simple fact that he's had all these issues before, he does not get the benefit of the doubt. Now he doesn't get the benefit of the doubt, and now we look at Draymond Green like he's a madman. And it's not his fault. It's just his reputation precedes him, so he can't go anywhere. He's like Jim Jones back in the day, where Jim Jones got banned from almost every nightclub in New York City because his reputation preceded him. Draymond Green has a reputation as a hard-nosed, rough player from Saginaw that doesn't take smack, that talks trash to anybody, to Bradley Beal, to DeMarcus Cousins, to anybody on the court. LeBron James, nobody's exempt. But he's a tough player. He's a smart player, hard-nosed player. Emotionally, he can't control himself. Teams are baiting him into situations where, in this case, it wasn't even really a bait. It was just a bang-bang play, and Bradley Beal inexplicably grabbed him like that. He grabbed him in the most inappropriate. You don't grab somebody by the face and by the mouth. Like, that was ridiculous. But the fact that he got ejected, I agree with him, was 100% bullshit. The NBA should not fine him for this, or he should not get any game suspensions. None of these guys should. I like the way that it basically turned into an MMA fight, grappling hooks, Conor McGregor style. These guys did not throw any punches. Nobody was punching anybody, which it was very commendable. Like, these guys were just trying to play basketball. Draymond Green was essentially trying to figure out what the hell is going on. What's wrong? Why are you grabbing me like this? What's up? And Bradley Beal got more aggressive. Even Bradley Beal, he apologized to his teammates. This is nothing like that's a huge scuffle, but this basically makes you look at Draymond Green's reputation and his history. It's like, how many more of these are you going to get into? How many more games can you potentially cost the team? The team is already, the team is 4-2, but they could have been essentially, they could have been 3-3. So it's, you got to be careful with what's going on. I know it's early in the season and these guys are showing emotion, they're showing passion, but how many more of these scuffles is Draymond Green going to get into? When is the league going to accept the fact that Draymond Green has a target on his back? The league has to start putting some things in place where either you guys will get automatic technicals for taunting or whatever case is, or grabbing, they have to protect certain players. Like the same way they protect players, that are jump shooters and, they don't have any protection for really defenders, with the forearm stuff. But they got to start putting some things in protection because teams are blatantly going after Draymond, from their coaches to everything. Like, and yes, you have to control your emotions. Yes, you have to know when, not to do something, or, not when to set an illegal screen, when to smack talk. But in this situation, in this scenario, Draymond didn't do anything. Same thing when you look at, like, Ron Artest getting suspended. Somebody threw a beer on him, and fans were pointing at who threw the beer, and those, he goes to the stands, he's frantic because somebody threw a beer on him. If somebody spits on you or throws something at you, that's considered assault. So he was basically assaulted on the court, but there was no protection for him. And he got suspended. He got looked at like a pariah. It's the same thing with Draymond Green. Everybody's going to say Draymond Green has a problem. Draymond Green keeps getting into these. But at the end of the day, the league has to look at it and say, we understand Draymond Green's an aggressive player, but we also have to look at the circumstances. And we can't suspend him for something like this. And we can't necessarily put 100% of the blame on him for something like this. They have to either give Draymond Green a clean slate, or we're going to see Draymond Green costing his team a lot of games. This is Vlad from Hoops Junction with Hoops Junction. Peace.